Okay, we are recording. So welcome to our Tuesday night, November 12th meeting via technology. And we had a snowstorm in Michigan, and so rather than chance it on the roads, wanted to keep everybody safe in their own home. And so we're going to do the meeting tonight via technology. And I've got some of you are on the conference call, and some of you are on the Zoom meeting. So I'll be able to, hopefully later in a little while, we'll be able to unmute everybody, and we'll be able to, and like have other people talk as well. But to start with, I just want to say welcome, and super excited. November, when I started thinking about why I wanted, and I am going to sneeze, it feels like. When I started thinking about the meeting tonight, I started thinking about all the things that I wanted to talk about, and I thought, well, we've got to do technology as far as a meeting is concerned, because I can't go all this time right now with this very important selling season without sharing some ideas and sharing some information and talking about some things, because I'm super excited about the results that some of us had this past weekend with our open house. I know Kim had her open house this last weekend. Terry had her open house this last weekend. I had mine. And I know all of us felt that we had a very successful open house. I'm totally thrilled with all of the potential future sales for the rest of the month, because and that's one of the things I want to talk about, because November is such an important month for you. And so let me kind of, I've got a list here, so I want to kind of go over my list. So the first thing I want to say is that we have just 3 more days, maybe 2.5 days, because really the 15th, and today's the 12th. So it's kind of 3 more days, but today's almost over. So we've got just a couple more days, and the new products will be available to everyone. Every single person in our in the Mary Kay world will be able to order the new eye patches that are fabulous. You'll be able to order the roll-up bag that is for the satin ones. I've got it over here. I'm probably going to get up and go get it. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. We've got the new eye patches are available. Didn't want to do that. The new eye patches are available, and there are 30 pairs of eye patches for $40 retail. So you only have to pay $20 for 30 pairs of the new eye patches. And then they have the travel roll-up bag that is a special deal. As you can see, it's got the new hearts on it. We got new travel roll-up bag with hearts. And the special is that you get the bag with the 3-piece satin body, the 3-piece satin hands, and the 2-piece satin lip set. So the entire satin set and the travel roll-up bag, all for a 55% discount. So it's a $149 retail value, and you pay, I think, $67.50 or $69.50, something like that. So it's like you only pay $60-some for that whole big set that retails for $149. And then you can put these cute little, I've got these cute little tags that you can attach to the zipper. It kind of just ties around the zipper, and it says, "I love you from the tip of your nose to the bottom of your toes." And then it's got satin lips to kiss, satin hands to hold, and satin bodies to hug. And so it's got the little tags you can put in, and then it rolls all together. Even though the tags are in there, you can still pull it up, and you can roll it. You know how the roll-up bag closes, and then you've got the handle on the outside, and you're going to want to put a big bow on the outside if someone buys it as a gift, as a set. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about some selling ideas in a minute. So the 15th, the morning of the 15th, you can order the new eye patches, you can order the roll-up bag, and you can order the 3 new lipsticks that are limited edition they brought back last fall's. It's pretty interesting. They brought back last fall's, which is the Grazy Violet, the Red Roma, and the Puro Murtello. And those 3 lipsticks are being brought back as limited edition just for the rest of the holiday selling season. And so basically this month, what's so wonderful about it is you can do your own holiday Christmas shopping for half off. So this is the perfect time to actually get all your holiday shopping done. And when you purchase at half off this month, if you do a $4.50 retail, $2.25 wholesale, this month it will carry you through until the end of January with your earned discount privilege. So that is really awesome. The other thing that you get is this beautiful, I just got my order today, so you get this beautiful, let me see if you can see it, this really beautiful necklace. And so let me put that on so you can see it. You get this beautiful necklace with a 600 wholesale order this month. And then Terry and I are really trying to get back into the swing of the whole thing with the Golden Girls. And so to be a Golden Girl, you see how pretty that necklace is? You place 1,000 wholesale in 1 month. If you place 1,000 wholesale in 1 month, you are considered a Golden Girl. And we're going to do something very special with all of our November Golden Girls. And so we just want to encourage everybody to be a Golden Girl this month. It's a perfect month to be a Golden Girl. And hopefully before the end of this call, you're going to kind of see how you can make that happen and get your sales up. So, all right. And then the one thing that we cannot stop, we can't stop, is facials, because facials and parties. I know the first thing everybody goes is, oh, I'm so busy. I'm sure everybody else is busy. Well, they might be. However, they might not be. And I got to tell you that this is the perfect time to book facials for holiday makeovers. If they've got a special holiday party, or if they have a lot of parties to go to, and whether they're with their family or their friends, the one thing, maybe even a New Year's Eve party, they've already got their dress, and so they already know what they want, what they're going to look like, or what they want to look like. And so it's the perfect time to do facials and parties. And you could say, hey, if you can offer something extra this month if you want, for anybody that would be a hostess for you, and let them know that how they can get a half off shopping spree for their holiday products. And if they get a bunch of sales for you, then that's how you can give them a half off shopping spree, by them getting a bunch of orders for you and working that. One of the things that we talked about briefly at a meeting recently was about how you can ask somebody, if you hear somebody talking and they haven't done it yet, but they want to get a part-time job for the next so many weeks before Christmas, and they want to get a part-time job to get extra money in their hand so that they could have money to buy their shopping, their Christmas presents for their kids or whatever. And maybe their kids are too little to get Mary Kay products for gifts, and so they don't want a half off shopping spree, but they would like cash. We've talked about this before, and I will post this again on our Facebook pages, and I'll send it out in an email. And it's about if somebody is a hostess for you, and so you can show them how to get cash from you instead of free product. And this is a way that you can truly go into your customer base, into your friends and family, and say, I would like to help you out. I know that your schedule is too crazy, that, trying to get a part-time job, but you're telling me, like maybe you hear them talking and they're like, well, you are, letting me know that you need cash for your Christmas, and I have a way to help you out. And so this is how you do it. You show them how you can give them $250 in cash by them selling $1,000 in Mary Kay. So if somebody sells $1,000 worth of Mary Kay, you take the $1,000 and you have to have 500 of that 1,000 in order to buy the products. The other 500 that would be your profit, you split with her. So in other words, your profit of 500, because she did all the work, you give her $250 cash instead of free product for her work. And that's the way that you can gift her with cash for Christmas. Now, I want you to think about that as a consultant. If you were going to set a goal to sell $1,000 yourself, and then you could take 500 to buy the product or restock your shelf, and the other 500 you get to put in your pocket. So you guys, this is the time of year when you can have so much money in your pocket to do something. And maybe you're thinking, well, I don't even have that many gifts to buy anymore. We don't buy that much, or we're not exchanging too much. Well, what would happen if you were to sell 1,000 and take the 500 to buy the product, and the other 500 you were able to give to some needy people or some charities that are important to you? Maybe this is the time of the year that you would want to push to sell more, and so that you could give to your favorite charity. The key is this. The key is that you set a goal of how much you want to sell, and then if you want to call me and we can personalize it or customize how you do it for yourself, then we can do that. We can also show you how to and talk through, because a lot of times it depends. If I just put it blanket out there, it might not hit everybody, because sometimes it just depends on what your favorite products are or what the things are that you know that sell. But it's amazing what happens and this is a Cheryl Steinman thought process that she has drilled into us for many, many years. And that is to take how much you want to sell and then look at what you can do to sell that. And she will take she'll take an item that sells for $50 and say, well, sell this many of them and you have this much money. And it's like she's got a way of thinking that through, that she has taught us through the years about how to take a certain amount of product or a certain something of product and then times it by the number to get the end result that you want. And so it's truly amazing how simple it can be. But when we focus on a certain amount and we tell everybody what we're doing, and I know Kenya's on this call, and Kenya, I have to use her as the example because Kenya is a master at this. And that is that way back many years ago, she had a bill that she had to pay, and I know I can't remember the exact amount, but I mean, she told everybody that I have this goal and I only need like $348.25 more. And she then kept going, and she knew exactly, each time somebody bought, she took that off the amount. She knew exactly how much that bill was, and she knew exactly how much she needed to sell. So then she just told everybody, and as soon as she sold some more, she took off how much, and then it was down to like, oh, I only need 125, and then, oh, and she just kept taking it down. And that's how that happens, is because you tell the world what it is that you have a goal of, and people want to help you. So in this thought process, I was online, and I've been going on, I'm on these different Facebook groups, and sometimes I just have to go, and turn them off. But I have been watching them lately because I'm looking for sales ideas, and I was looking specifically for this week to talk about it. And because one of the things we've got to prepare for and get ready for is this month. And we have every level of consultant in our unit. We have consultants who sell very little other than to themselves and to a few family and friends. We have consultants that want to earn free cars, and we have everything in between. And so there's all kinds of selling ideas, and you're going to hear, if you're on anything, you're going to hear all kinds of ideas. And so We talked about open houses. Like I said, there was 3 of us I know this past weekend, maybe more, but I know for sure that there was 3 of us that had open houses this past weekend. We all had very successful open houses. Now, when you only have 5 to 10 customers, can you have a very successful open house? And I think the answer to that is probably not. And the reason I say that is because unless you invite a whole bunch of people to get like a 10%, if you have 10% attend of who you've invited, you've had success. And so if you only have 10 people to invite, you would do a whole bunch of setup and a whole bunch of work to have one person come. Well, that's not a successful open house. So I think that, you know, having an open house is something that has to be built on when you've got some customers, and you can build on that. I do believe that there's some information about an open house that is important to know. And I think that if you haven't already planned for an open house, then I think you need to pivot and go to a different idea, because it's almost going to get, by the time you would get invitations out, by the time you do the follow-up, and by the time you get ready, it's almost going to be too late to have an open house. Because I know this sounds crazy, but having an open house in the beginning of December as your first open house is usually almost too late, because so many people have already done shopping. So what opportunities do we have this month? If you don't have that and you don't have a large customer base, it's going to be to take a huge advantage of the weekend after Thanksgiving, which is, we call it Pink Friday, not Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. So I have gone through, oh my gosh, you guys, I had kind of a headache this morning when I was trying to like sort it all out. But there are so many people who have flyers and things on, and you're going to see them. I know you guys are on some of these Facebook groups and whatever, and you're going to see all kinds of flyers. So I want to talk about what I believe doesn't work and what I believe does work. All right, so first off, I'm going to go to my other mentor besides Cheryl Steinman with sales. My other mentor is Linda Tupin. Now, Linda Tupin says that it's very important that in trying to get sales, we don't just put everything at a discount. Because when we put our entire line at a discount, people are going to buy things that they normally would buy anyways. For instance, their skincare or just anything else, mascara, whatever. So all that happens when you put everything at a discount, all you do is lose your profit that you could be buying your gifts with this year. And so putting everything at a discount is not smart business, because all you do is lose money. And because as we know, if a product sells for $10, you still have to pay $5 to buy it. So if you sell it for $7, that means on a $10 item, you made $2, because you still had to pay the $5 to buy it, and you sold it for $7. You only made $2 on a $10 item. Well, that's not good. That's not a high profit. That's not enough for me. And so when I'm going to give a deal, my deal is going to be based on trying to get them to buy what I have and then get something extra, something more. So let me give you the idea of, I've seen different things called the 12 days of Christmas. The 12 days of Christmas is where the consultants on December 1st, they start it, and every day for 12 days, they have a deal. And every single one of the ones that I saw, and I went through, I must have seen 5 different, 6 different, I don't know how many different ideas on the 12 days of Christmas. And when I saw all of those different ideas, all they were discounts, just discounts on product, discounts. So let me give you this thought process. If I were to sell a different deal every day for 12 days, and all I gave was a discount, what I would end up with at the end of those 12 days is less money profit-wise, and the people would have 12 items. However, according to Linda Tupin's thought process, if I were to offer something at half off or free, additional for each thing they buy. Then at the end of the time, I do end up with a little bit less profit. However, I have them on 24 products instead of 12, and 24 products that they can use to reorder. So I've doubled the amount of products that they could reorder. Now, that's just smart business. So if I'm going to give a deal, I'm going to do it based on getting them on more products, not just the 12. And so I was looking at that, and then I was looking at you know, how they were doing it for the, you know, some people are doing just Pink Friday, and some people are doing you know, a different thing on Pink Friday, then a different thing on Small Business Saturday, and then a different thing on Cyber Monday. And that gives me a headache as well, because it's too hard to figure that out. So I have a sheet that I've been working on, and let me see if I can get this to work. I'm going to do a share screen so the people on the Zoom will be able to see this. So let me see. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay, so now I gotta do that, and I'm gonna do a share screen, and here it is. Okay, so what you're going to be able to see is a little flyer that I was working on and some other things that I was working on. And let me try to get this in the middle. See, and so this is a flyer that says Kickstart the holidays all weekend, same deals. So it's Pink Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and they're all different kinds of deals. And I've got 3, 6, 7, I've only got 8, not 12, but I've got 8 of them. Now, we can talk about this and we can work on these, but this was just something I put together based on some things I saw. And for instance, it says a free foundation primer with every 4-piece skincare set. So they buy their skincare set, now I'm getting them on a primer. The Everyday Escape Bundle, which is that roll-up bag that I talked about with all the 3 satin sets inside of it, is right now at $149. That is the retail, but because of how we're getting it, we're still going to get 50% off. And so we can put it at $129, for instance. Another one would be a free 2-week supply of the vitamin C squares with the purchase of a serum. That gets them trying the vitamin C squares, and that's half of a package. It's not a full package. A free shaving cream with the purchase of a men's cologne. Free travel size perfume with the purchase of a full size perfume, or it could be a half off travel size perfume with the full size perfume. A free brush cleaner when they purchase the brush collection. A half off of an eye cream when they purchase the new hydrogel. We got to learn how to say that. Hydrogel eye patches. So they would get that, and then they would get a free lash primer with the purchase of a mascara and an oil-free eye makeup remover. So when they buy both, they could get the free lash primer. So now we're going to get them trying a lash primer. So these are just some of the ideas that I put together. Now we can adjust this however we want, but I just had to put something together. Now in this same screen, I'm going to also show you, hang on, I want to show you, I'm going to give you, for instance, this particular pink sale, I about croaked when I saw it. It says Cyber Monday pink sale, November 29th at 6 a.m. online. Now wait till you hear this. From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., they get 60% off and no sales tax. Then they get 40% off with no sales tax, 30% off with no sales tax, and then all day long they'll get at least 25% off but pay the sales tax. 60% off and no sales tax is about the dumbest thing I have ever heard. I just gasped when I saw this. I'm like, please, 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 you guys, if you see something like this, do not, and I repeat, do not pay somebody to use our product, because you're actually losing money when you do that. You pay 50%, you're given 60% off plus no sales tax. So basically, let's just take a $10 item. That cost you $5.60. And you're going to sell it to her for $4 and something? Like, how stupid is that? You would actually lose money. Here's another one. The only thing they're offering for the 4-day special is skincare and the brushes. Skincare and the brushes being the only thing, they're going to buy that regardless. So why just discount it? Another one that's really bad was this one. Again, it was another sheet that was basically just skincare going on sale. How are you going to get them on other things? You're already getting them on skincare. And then people were doing things where another one was they get free product when they buy, which was kind of a good idea, except for if they buy $400, they get $100 free. Well, I don't know about y'all, but none of my customer, I have one customer in my entire customer base of over 400 people that will spend $400 at one time. I got one, and that's it. So to even offer that would be dumb. This one, there was another Pink Friday sale. I thought it was the cutest. It was a cute flyer, but all they're doing is they're giving $50. If you buy a $50 order, you get 20 free. I mean, it was just a lot. They were giving a lot. There were all these different ones. Now, this was a cute one. It's that, and the little girl's on it going, ah! And they have doorbusters or whatever, and that was cute. Again, but they're just giving a straight discount. So this one is the one right here that I really like. It's called a Glam Special. And it's today's special is for $95. It's $108.50 retail. They get a compact with 3 eyeshadows and a blush. They get an eyeliner, they get a lipstick or a lip gloss, they get a mascara, and it's all for $95. And then when they purchase that whole Glamour set, they can get a brush set at half off. I love that one because that's it's multiple products. They're buying more products in order to get something as a deal. And then one of the things that is a really cool, I'm going to put this out to all of you guys. This is really cool. It says, claim your complimentary beauty experience. And so they can put their business card in a little thing or fill out the entry form, and it's really holiday looking. So it says, claim your beauty experience. So again, back to not forgetting about the facials right now. And of course, this is another one that I would post. It says it's here. The winter lookbooks are in. So I just wanted you to see some of those. And I had to put those up there because I literally freaked out when I saw that one that said that they could get a 60% discount. Nobody in Mary Kay in their right mind would ever offer a 60% discount. And it's almost bad enough at a 50% on, offering a whole 50% off something when they do nothing for you is even insane, unless, they're buying a group of things and then they can get a 50% off. For a long, long time, I would only give 40%. I never gave 50%. I know right now I have been given 50%, but I'll tell you, it was one of my most successful coupons that I've given for people to attend my open house was to get one item at 50% off, and boy, did they love that. So I'm going to stick with that on a limited basis, but I certainly would never offer that much of a thing. So anyway, now that I'm past my heart attack, I'll tell you guys, I truly almost had one. So my thought was this: for the people who can't do an open house, maybe just having a flyer that they could give out or send out or post or email to people. There's all different ways to get something out there, that you could do some kind of a thing for that 4-day weekend and do the same special for the whole 4 days. And I think it would be a smart business move. I think it would be hard to do something different each day. And if it's in a flyer form, it becomes a picture. Then you can post it on your private Facebook page. You can't post it on your regular Facebook page, but you can post it on your business page or your private page. And so because those two venues would have just the people that are your customers or who have liked your page or who are in a private group. But your business group, you can post something like that as well, as long as it's in a business page where people had to like it in order to be a part of it. But your personal Facebook page, you cannot post, especially with prices and things like that. So you have to be really careful there. Okay, so the other thing I just want to remind you guys is about you should have gotten a newsletter. I sent a newsletter out via email. If you did not get it, let me know. But in the newsletter, Terry's unit and my unit, we are doing a special cash deal. If we have enough people who will listen to the 8-minute phone call and the marketing plan this month, we want to make sure that we are sharing the opportunity as much as possible this month. And then I want to give you guys a challenge. This new iPad, these new eye patches, it doesn't sound right for me to say eye patch, but it's an eye patch. And these things are so wonderful that I got to tell you, if you will just, even if you have a picture saved on your phone and you start talking about it and romancing it and looking at what this is, I promise you, you guys, this is like a really awesome thing. I've posted some pictures on our private Facebook page, but I can tell you, underneath the eye, it just takes, for the people who get a lot of puffiness under there, it really makes a difference. And I don't know if Tim's listening to me or not, but he doesn't know it yet. But I'm going to try to get one of these on his eye and take a picture, because Tim has a lot of puffiness under his eye. And I just want to see if it'll work on someone who has as much puffiness as he does, because it's a fluid. When you get that much puffiness in there, it's from the sinuses, a lot of times the sinus cavity, where the fluid just puddles and sits in that area underneath the eye. And so these eye patches really help take that down and remove it. So I'm really anxious. And so if he'll let me, I'm going to take a picture. And if I do, I'll ask him if I can share it. And if I can share it, I'll share it with all of you. And let's see, how are we doing on time? I know I shared a lot of information with you guys, but I'll tell you what, I'm super excited about that. Oh, I have another selling idea that I just talked I got two. Okay, so just talked to some people today. Number one, if you have a senior living complex, apartment building in your area, I would recommend you go there and talk to the person and see if you can take, if you have inventory, you could take and set up a display. Like I take my gifts, and let me just show you a couple of them. I take some of my gifts that I've wrapped. Now this box has just a ball, and this box has gloves, and so I have gloves and scarves and headbands, and then I have the boxes. So what I do is, in this box, they're all empty. In this box, I put a hand cream or foot and leg energizer, and they go for $14. When I put the gloves on, they're $24 with a hand cream or a foot and leg energizer. And so I go and I set my boxes up, and they buy them. And so, and you can set up whatever you have as far as product is concerned, you can do that. We also did these are the infinity scarves, and we have the bows on the infinity scarves. So they can still, even though this is a longer box, you can still just put a hand cream or foot and leg energizer inside of it, and it works really good. So I make up all my boxes, and then, you know, I go and I set up there. And then I always take, because it's senior women, and this is not assisted living. I don't mean assisted living. It's a senior living. So it's basically women, people who are 55 and older, but they have their own apartment, and they can take care of themselves. And so I go there and I set up every year, and usually I go twice a year. Actually, they like me to come in twice a year, and I set up, and I take with me like perfumes and lipsticks in my boxes, and a few other items. But I don't take like all my skincare and try to facial people and all that. I don't do that, because what they really like to buy are perfumes, lipsticks, gifts, and I have some women, like, because I've been going there, and they like moisturizer. So they like some kind of extra moisturizer. A lot of the people that live in there, they're not like gonna automatically just start on a whole skincare, although sometimes I do. And I also take my foundations. And so it's a way for me, usually when I go there and set up, I normally have $300 to $500 in sales, and I go for 2 hours. And they put it in their newsletter that I'm going to be there, and I go there, and it works out really, really well for me to go there for 2 hours. And usually, like I said, it's the lowest I think I've ever had is 300, and I've had as much as 5, maybe more, in those 2 hours. And so it works really good. So I just recommend, if you know somebody in one of the places, then it can help. Of course, the one place I do go, my mom used to live there. She doesn't any longer, but I used to go there because my mom lived there. And then I have, there's actually 2 right here in Flushing, and the other one right next door, I have customers in it now. So they like when I come in and set up and do that. So that was one thing. The other thing that I made a call to, and this is how I'm going to recommend you do it. I called up a lady in my town that is a real estate, she's in real estate. And I said, I have a question for you, and I wondered if you could help me out. And I said, I was just curious to know that when you sell a home, do you give some kind of a gift? And if so, how much approximately would you say you spent? And she said, yes, we do. And she said, usually she said, I spend around $50. And she said, it just kind of depends on the price of the home. And so obviously, if the price of the home is high, they're going to give a nicer gift because they just made thousands of dollars. And so if not, then they might give $50 or $75. So I said to her, this is something that I could put together, like some kind of a basket, and then I would include a gift card from me, and like a welcome to the area, welcome to our city, welcome to the area, and here's a gift card, for Mary Kay, and then have Mary Kay products inside of it. And I said, if I made something like that up and showed it to you, would you be interested in seeing it? And she said, yes, I would. And so I said, well, if I were to do maybe a $50, a $75, and a $100 basket. And she said, Jan, I'm going to tell you right now, if you would make a basket up like that and do all the work, and all I had to do was call you and tell you what day I needed it dropped off to me, I didn't have to go buy the stuff, I didn't have to put it together, and it was delivered to me, she said, I'd be all over it. So I share that with you because if right now, it might not seem like a busy time of the year, but houses still sell right now. So I would encourage you to maybe call someone up that you know in real estate, and if not, maybe just a local somewhere near you, somebody, call an agency. And like, we live in a small town, we live in Flushing, and I know Aggie's on, and I can't remember if anybody else is from Flushing, but wherever you're from, like, maybe chat with the, like the people in our unit and just say, which real estate people are you going to go to? And you go to one and somebody else goes to another one. And like Kim and Mary, Linda, you guys all live in the Battle Creek area. I'm sure there's enough different, real estate people that you might know one where you could go to different offices, and each one knew, that you were going to go, you knew which office you were going to go to and what office they were going to go to, so that you didn't, 2 people didn't try to go to one office. But like, I'm thinking about when I walk into her office, there's several agents in there. So what if I went in there and showed her, and she told all the other agents? It could be in one real estate office, I could have maybe 5 agents that call me up every time they sell a house. I put together a basket for them, and I make some money and get my name out there very easily. And it's a welcome packet thing. So I really want to encourage you, if you have more questions on it, maybe we can we're going to save time right now to ask a few questions and stuff, but I just thought that could be really a cool way for you to get your name out into the public, into your local community, because the more we have our name out there and the more people who know us from the business angle, the better it is. People see you much more professional. And this real estate person said to me, it's really interesting you called me today, because I just yesterday got back from a conference for realtors in California, and I just got back yesterday. And she said, having this idea brought to me today is really great. And And she said, Jan, this could be something that could be really helpful to the realtors and at the same time help you. And she said, because I'll be honest with you, when people ask me about a Mary Kay lady, the only one I know of in the whole area, she goes, I don't know how you guys even get your name out there, because the only one I know in the whole area is you. Well, we all know there's a whole bunch of Mary Kay people in Flushing. There certainly isn't just me. And I said to her, but you know, we used to have the Yellow Pages. We don't have the Yellow Pages anymore. But I said, we have marykay.com, and people can put their zip code in. And if you're a star consultant on a regular basis, your name is in the rotation. So anyway, so that's kind of what I wanted to share tonight. And so just to kind of, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute you one at a time, and then you can talk. I'm going to be right now on the Zoom. I'm going to unmute the Zoom first and see if we can get some. Linda, I'm going to unmute you first. If you would like to, let's see, whoops, okay. Linda, would you like to share anything or your takeaway from tonight or ask any questions? I don't know what happened. Linda, can you hear me? Oh, it's not coming through. Okay, I will mute her again and maybe come back to her. So the next one on my list here is Kim. I'm going to unmute you. Would you like to share anything? Whoops. Wait a minute. Okay.
There. I muted myself, so I unmuted.
Oh, okay.
And then you muted me. Okay. Well, I was kind of wondering what kind of things would you put in that basket for the the homeowners? Because would you do generic, or because you don't know if it's a male, female?
Okay, good question. All right, what I talked to her about was that simple thing is that she could provide me with information. When she would call me to order the basket, she would provide me with information as far as, is it a married couple, is it a female single, or a male single? And that way I could adjust it accordingly. And the first thing I thought of was for sure a full-size satin hands, for sure that. I was thinking about some sparkling champagne that's non-alcoholic, like sparkling champagne kind of thing, because I don't have a alcohol license, and so I don't think I could properly sell a basket like that with real alcohol in it, nor do I think I want to. So I would put like a sparkling champagne, and then you can get a couple of real nice glasses of like a champagne glass that you could put in it from the dollar stores, which would only cost $2, and then you've got maybe $3 to $4 in the sparkling champagne thing. And then according to what it was, if it's a single person or a married couple or whatever, then I would add in something else. And then I would put it in some kind of a tub or a basket that I can get from like the dollar store that would be really, really cute. Definitely put enough product in it so that it was like $50 worth. If she's paying $50, I would make sure the product was about $50 worth. I'm going to also include my business card, obviously, and I'm going to include a coupon for a free makeover and $10 off at their makeover. And then I would definitely, wrap it in the cellophane and put a beautiful bow on the front. And I do know how to make really pretty bows, and so I would do that. And let me show you the bow. For instance, this box right here, whoops, this box right here has a beautiful bow on it. And I would do something this big and pretty. I would do something that really stood out as far as a bow is concerned. This is the box that a full-size satin hands can fit into, but you can see the bow is proportionate to the box. And so I would do something like that on it. So does that answer your question?
Yes.
What's your takeaway?
I like your the pink weekend flyer idea. I like that. And then you're not worrying about, okay, and they can go and to your website or order that way, and it's a bunch of different things for them, and they can just pick it all out, what they want, have it for just the whole weekend, instead of doing the sale and stuff like that. So I like that flyer. You started to talk about eye patch challenge, but I
Oh,
don't know if you finished it.
I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't finish that. Okay, the
Okay.
iPass challenge. What I was thinking is like I know it's a couple days before you guys can order them. Some of you and some of you can already, but it's okay. What you could do is say, but like you pick the date. Like you could do by the 15th, or you could pick by the 20th, and you can say that I've been challenged to share these and to get pre-orders for these awesome brand new eye patches, and this is what they do, and you just go on and learn about what they do, and find one of the, I'll post the picture, but you can do it again, and maybe just get like the picture and tell people about them, and tell them like they can get a half off of an eye cream, which is on that 4-day weekend flyer. They could get an eye cream at half off with the purchase of one of these, and for $40 you get 30 applications. It's $1.33 a piece. I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
it is, because I figured it out how much it costs with our discount to demo them. It's like 66 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's a cheap demo to sell.
You know what, Kim? It really is a cheap demo, because when you buy the little packages from the company at one a piece, it's $2.
Yeah.
And you can get it. Yeah, you can get the samples for $2, but it's really awesome that you can demo them in person out of the jar. And some of the people, what they were doing as another example of demoing is they had a jar, and they were taking just one out and laying it on their hand. They weren't even putting it on their face, because you need to put it on clean skin. So if people already have foundation or whatever, they just laid it on their hand and let them feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And sold a bunch that way. So yeah. So that was kind of cool. All right, thank you, Kim. I am going to I'm going to unmute Aggie. Aggie, did you have something that you wanted to share? Is your takeaway?
I definitely loved that challenge of with real estate. I think that's the real estate is really definitely a great idea, and I have some people in mind, and I loved it that Kim already asked that question about what goes in it. So that was really good. Let's see. The idea too with, I've been hearing a lot of people saying about that weekend about the discounts, and I'm liking that it's not, we shouldn't really go that way. I like the idea of promoting more product and getting it, like half off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Yeah. All right, thank you. And Miss Mary, I'm going to unmute you. Miss Mary, do you have something you would like to share, or your takeaway?
It's hard to pick out one item. Everything was so beneficial. I really enjoyed the whole presentation tonight.
Good, good. All right. And you can see me.
Yes, yes.
Well, I can't see you because some reason we don't have your picture. But now you can see. I might turn this thing again so you can see my office. My office doesn't look as messy as what it is when you see that. It's just that there's a lot behind me because the room's way deep. But I want you guys to know that it's really not messy, and I really have it quite organized. I was kind of proud of myself because it's quite organized. But anyway, all right. Thank you so much, Mary. And now let's try Kim again. Kim, can you hear me? Or I mean, not Kim. I'm sorry, Linda. Linda, can you hear me? All right. For some reason, I can't hear you. So I'm gonna move you back again. And I see that Felicia joined us. Also, Felicia, do you have anything you would like to say? Okay. Not getting them. All right. So what I'm going to do, is, okay, for the ladies that are on the conference call, let's see, Kenya, would you like to unmute and tell us what your thoughts are or questions or your takeaway?
Good evening. Yeah, sure. thank you for the reminder, first of all, that I can tell people my goal and accomplish it that way, because I had forgot to plan an open house and was kind of in that mood of, oh my gosh, I'm letting this holiday season go by. I haven't done anything. So I do like the idea that you presented about the gift baskets for people buying houses, because I do know 3 people who just bought a house, and my husband painted for them, and I ended up giving them housewarming gifts as Mary Kay. And so I love the idea of reaching out to the real estate person, because he knows all these real estate people. So I didn't even think about tapping into that. And I love the 4-day Pink Friday, Saturday, and Cyber Monday. I love having one idea, one flyer, and not trying to have all these different things for different days. I really love that.
Well, thank you. I got to tell you guys, looking at the pictures and the sale ideas and looking them over, and each one being different, and some of them were really cute and pretty, but each one was different. And I got to tell you, just looking at it, it literally gave me a headache, and I had to walk away and just go get something to eat. When I was looking at it, I'm like, I gotta go get something to eat, because this is like crazy. All right. Kim, will you nod your head for me if you could hear her talking? Could you hear her? Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Kenya, for sharing that. Verba, would you like to say something?
Yes, just, can you hear me?
I can.
Hello?
Yes, I
Can
can.
you hear me?
Yes, honey, I can.
Oh, I just like the idea, and I want to say thank you very much. And I never think I've been on a conference call with you. If I have, it's been quite some time ago. But I just ordered some of the holiday items, and I like the regular, you buy one at regular price, and then you can offer an item under maybe $20 for half off.
Right, right, right.
Mhm.
Good, good. Oh, well, Verb, I'm so glad you got on. I'm thrilled that you were on.
Yes, and
Yeah. And
yes, it was very nice. I enjoyed it.
good, good. All right. Now, I forgot to write down who was on here on the conference call. I forgot to write down your names. And so, who else is on the conference call that would like to say something? Oh, Charlotte. Charlotte was on. Charlotte, would you like to say something? Are you there, Charlotte? You got to hit *6 to unmute yourself. Okay, I'm not hearing Charlotte. Okay, who else is on? Tracy. Tracy. I was going to say, Tracy, you're on there. What would you like to say?
A lot of good ideas. A lot of good ideas out there. It was a good meeting and everything, and I do like the gift baskets and contacting, like the real estate and everything. I like all the new stuff that is coming out. That's very good. I know that there's a girl at work that kept asking, what type of ice stuff you have for puffiness and everything, and I think I will let her know that we've got a new product out there.
Oh, I'm telling you what, you guys, this thing for the whole puffiness thing, all you gotta do is say something about puffy eyes and people just are like, yeah, I got that. I need that, so good, good. That sounds great.
Yep.
And
Yep.
So good. I'm glad you were on too. And who else? There's somebody, I know somebody, I heard somebody ding off, but somebody else is on here too. Who else is on? Hello? There were a couple more people on there. There was somebody on in the beginning. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Charlotte.
Hi, my name is Barnes, and I'm new to Mary Kay. I enjoyed the conference. I'm on the phone. It was very valuable information, helpful information. I enjoyed the conference.
Good, good. And how new are you?
Maybe a month.
Okay. And who's your recruiter?
Charlotte and Duggan out of Saginaw.
Yes, Charlotte. Congratulations to Charlotte, and congratulations to you. So Charlotte,
Thank you.
Charlotte's been adopted by me for, I don't know, 20 years, something like that. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
so
okay.
yeah, so welcome. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And so I just want you guys to know that when we finish the conference, when we finish this call, I'm going to get it onto our Facebook page, and I'm going to get it onto our YouTube channel so that people can watch it. And then I will be posting some things. I will be posting some things with those flyers that I talked about. And then I want your input, you guys, like the squares that I put on with the specials. I would like your input is like, if you think that we should change them up, we've got time. So if you think we should change them up or put something different on it, let me know what you think, because I was trying to get kind of a variety of products that they would buy and buy extra of, so that there were lots of different, a lot of variety, and but yet have it be things that people would use, because I think a lot of that, if they're going to use it as the sale, they're going to not so much buy it as gifts, as much as they would buy it for themselves and maybe a gift. But like, it's really hard to put my boxes that I was talking about, like to put the boxes on and try to talk about it. I don't know if it really is effective for them, like if I could get a good picture, but not everybody's going to have the same ribbon and all that. So I thought that was kind of difficult. So I'm hoping that really look this flyer over and let me know if you think that we could do something different with it. So all right, does that sound good? Promise? You'll let me know. And all I can say is I'm super excited that we've got the countdown. So we're working towards sharing the opportunity this month. We're working towards getting facials and parties booked. We're working towards possibly working with some real estate people. We're working towards having the 4-day sale. We're working towards having $1,000 in wholesale this month to be a golden girl with the unit. And of course, you get this beautiful necklace with a 600 order. I hope you can see how pretty it is. I don't know. And with a $600 order, mine just came today. So I got to see, I got my necklace. And then hopefully with no snow, I'll be in Battle Creek next Tuesday night. I'll be in Battle Creek. It was all in the newsletter. And then Thursday night we'll be here at my house. And this week we will still be at my house this Thursday night. So if you're local to me, then we'll be here Thursday night, and plan to be here, between around 6 o'clock. And then we'll get things rolling for that. So I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Make it an awesome week. And here's what you have to promise me, is that if any of these ideas you don't completely understand, or you think we need to maybe change something up for you, or you need more information on, please call me right away. And then we can work on this together. I want you to know that that's what I'm here for. And I always like to say that Mary Kay pays me big bucks to make sure that we communicate, and that we get, that I can be in touch with you and guide you and show you and train you. So please please know that that's why I'm here. And I love, love, love being your sales director. And this is a month of Thanksgiving, and let's go out there and spread some love, you guys, and maybe we could find that 1 or 2 people. Just think what could happen if you found 1 or 2 people that you could bless this year with them selling a whole bunch of Mary Kay for you, so that you could bless them with cash. Just think if 2 people were to sell $1,000 for you, 2 different people, then you would have $500 in your order to put through. You would, from 2 people, that gives you the $1,000, which is the Golden Girl level. You get your necklace. You get that much, 1,000 towards your star. And for a lot of you that would be on this call, that would put you over the $1,800 level or above. And you would be able to bless 2 people with $250 in cash each. And you would have $250 in cash yourself. So they would each have $250 in cash. You would have $500. You would have $1,000 in wholesale just by finding 2 people that you could bless this month and this holiday season. So go out there and think about that. Think about who you can bless and make it an awesome week. Oh, Kim, I got to unmute you for a second. Since we can't do high sales, go ahead and share how much your open house was with everybody.
Well, for last week, it was 600, and then the total open house, I had some sales on Sunday, was $797.
Woo! Everybody needs to give her a shout out. Yay. So $797. So one more. Yeah, I know, right? One more brush would have put you over 800.
Well, that wasn't for the week, though.
I know. But
I had 600. I got my 600 ribbon coming.
All right. Yay. Congratulations. That's an awesome open house. And I know you had the highest sales you've ever had. You had the highest attendance you've ever had. And the reason she thinks that is because she did a coupon. She did the coupons that I did this year, which was everybody that came just for coming, they got 150% off item, and then they got pink, what do we call that? Pink
money.
Pink money. Couldn't even remember.
Like
Okay.
Kohl's Cash, Pink Cash.
Yeah. So we, I got it right here in front of me. Yeah, it was called Pink Money, and I gave them a coupon with pink money. And then I put over here in the corner, and some people only got $5, but they brought this to use. And so I had all my coupons that people redeemed, and they got their 50% off item. And I just think that was huge this year, doing it that way. I will do that again next year. So make it an awesome week, you guys. Love you guys, and thanks for joining. Bye-bye.
Bye.